All right, welcome back to the D&D show. I am your host Drew with my co-host Dre. We are back to analyze match week 7 of the Premier League. Chelsea versus Liverpool and Brentford versus City. But before we go any further, as we always do, how's it going, bro?
Blessed and highly favored, bro. Like always. Learning. I think I just about mastering payroll at my company, which is cool because I had no payroll experience when I got here, but got thrown into it, figured it out. So happy about that. Um, Baby's doing good. No real milestones or anything to speak of yet, but she's doing good, sleeping better. So
That's
means
good.
we get to sleep better.
You gotta
So
get to
yeah,
sleep. Yep, that's good.
exactly. So
That's good.
yeah, blessed, bro. Blessed. What about you?
I'm good. I'm good, man. Everything's good. No real changes in my personal life. Not a
Hmm.
whole lot of changes. Uh, Training's going really well. What else we got going on there? Obviously, my Eagles lost, so that was, a little upsetting. But we're fine. We play on Thursday, so I can get that taste out of my mouth quickly. That bad
Oh
taste out of my
yeah,
mouth. So
y'all on tomorrow. Who do
yeah, we
y'all
play
got
tomorrow.
tomorrow?
We play the G men or the G women, whatever you want to call them.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, so we're gonna crush them, and then we'll get our confidence back.
As long as Cam get me some fantasy points, I don't care what the score look like.
Oh, you
If
got
I'm being
Scatterboo?
honest. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got
That's a
him
good
in
pickup.
I got him in this guillotine league that I'm running, which is a lot of fun.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
And obviously basketball's coming back soon, so
Yes,
I'm really
sir. Yes,
excited,
sir. I
man.
just saw Cade with a crazy highlight, that crazy layup. I don't know if you saw it. That was nuts.
Nah, yeah, Pistons highlights don't come across my
They
my
should, bro.
phone that
They
often.
should.
So
They should. We a playoff team now.
yeah,
Pay
yeah,
attention.
yeah.
Detroit basketball.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting to do basketball, man. It's gonna be exciting. We might even do some mixed podcasts where we do both. So we do both Premier League and basketball. So it'd be
Mhm.
great, man. All right, man. Nothing real, nothing crazy going on in our lives. Just same old, same old. So we can move forward.
Mhm.
All right. And we are going to do my game first, City's game first. Brentford City played against Brentford. To kind of set the stage for everybody, we had Oscar Bob in, and we had at right wing, and we had Savino in, which was interesting. We had them both because Savino's left-footed, but we had him on at the left wing, and then we had Oscar Bob on the right wing.
Mhm.
So it's very interesting. Basically, you're just making it so that they can only do crosses. They can't shoot the ball if they're on the outside. So I'm not sure what the decision, why that decision was made, but that's the way we decided to go. We had O'Reilly in, we had Nunez in the back line, and we had our normal guys, Vardio and Diaz. And then we had Holland, and then Foden and Tijani and Rodri as our midfielders. All right. So early on, about 8 minutes in, you see Holland making an impact. He makes a great run. He gets a really good pass from Vardio, like a long ball from Vardio, and he kind of just holds off the defender. He's like his size is like a huge like asset for him, and he can kind of just shield off the defender. He kind of just stumbles kind of into the ball, kind of too, and he keeps the ball, and then he kind of just strikes it by the keeper. The keeper had no chance. Great long ball by Vardiol. That's what he's good at. Headers and long balls.
Mhm.
So that was a great way to start the game up. Take the early lead. But about 12, 14 minutes later or so, around the 20-minute mark, Rodri gets hurt. So I will say that I have been complaining about Rodri not playing enough. And now I see the error in my ways. Clearly, Pep knew more than I did, and obviously he would know that Rodri just isn't back to where he was at before. Like he still needs time to get himself right. And so he gets hurt, and then Nico's in. So that kind of messes up the flow because Nico, like I've mentioned in the last pod, he kind of doesn't have a master's in his job yet. He's kind of like a high school graduate. So he's gonna need some time, and he's just not there yet. But he's sufficient enough that he doesn't kill the team,
He
and he's
don't
not
have
getting red
the
cards or
he
anything
don't
like
have the
that.
10 years experience they be asking for
Yeah, yeah,
at
yep.
entry level
Yeah,
jobs. He need
that's you
that.
love.
He
Yep.
need that experience.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
goodness.
Yep. He needs that experience. He doesn't have the experience. It's not a capability thing. He definitely has the ability. He's definitely not Rodri talented, but he definitely has the ability, athleticism wise, and he's got some
Yeah,
skill on him. But he just doesn't. He just doesn't know how to command the middle of the field like the way Rodri does, and help the back line. And because the way
he
we
just
play, you
needs some
need
time.
that. Yeah, you need him. You need that defensive mid to help out in the back line because we play so high. In a
Yeah.
sense, you kind of need that guy to be on point, especially when your wing backs are coming up a lot on the side and making
Hmm.
crosses. So they're going to be caught out of position a lot. If so, you need
Yeah.
that defender to help with those two defensive.
You need a Caicedo.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel you. I feel
exactly.
you.
Hmm.
Early
Right.
mention.
Yeah. 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 Caicedo. What a player, but we'll get
The
into that in
truth,
the next
man.
game.
The truth.
30 minutes in, Oscar Bob also makes another good run, and then he finds Foden, but then Foden kind of missed the target. And this is the one, I don't know if you saw this one, but Foden tries to shoot it with his right foot. I mentioned this before. Foden cannot shoot with his right foot at all. Unless he puts it on the ground or he's passing it, kind of like the way Holland is. Holland can only shoot the ball with his right foot if he puts it on the ground, like a pass. Foden tries to shoot, make a strike to the like
Like a
kind of the left
volley.
corner.
Oh my
No,
God.
no, he gets passed to him
Uh-huh.
on his wrong foot because Oscar
Okay,
Bob
okay.
messed up,
Yeah.
and Foden tries to strike it with his right foot because it's the only place he can do it because the way the ball was coming to him, and it just like sails over to the left and it misses the goal completely. That's not his. He can't. He's not a great striker with his right foot. That's not the foot. And De Bruyne or Silva would know not to put the ball on his right foot when you're trying to
Yeah.
shoot. You would pass
It
the ball
well,
to the other side.
it's
But
so crazy though because like obviously I don't know how professionals train, but
Mhm.
at the end of the day it's like I remember Javon was telling me, believe it or not, Javon get a mention on the
Of
pod.
course, yeah,
But I remember him telling me like he be 100 shots each foot. You know what I mean? So if he's
yeah,
doing that at a collegiate level, like you got to think these players are taking shots after shot after shot on that weak foot, you know? So it
yeah.
shouldn't be like eventually you should have some confidence in that weak foot as a professional. So it's like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I would say
I
at
don't
a
know.
at a degree, like the basic level of striking, but I mean, this wasn't a really close shot. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was a little bit
Hmm.
outside the box or a little further out.
He
So
ain't have no business
it
taking it.
he
Okay.
had no business taking that shot with his right foot because he's never been that kind of
He's
guy.
not him.
Eh,
Yeah, he's not
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
I got you.
And De Bruyne, if you were passing the ball to De Bruyne, then that wouldn't be a
Didn't
problem.
matter, bro. Just pass
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Just get it
exactly.
close to him, bro.
So I kind of look at it like, you know how like when you're shooting the ball and I'm
Yeah.
a point guard and I'm trying to set up my teammates, I'm trying to figure out how you want the ball. You want the ball high, you want the ball low, you want the ball left to
Yep.
right. You got to
Yeah.
know how your receiver wants the ball for them to shoot
Yeah.
when you're hooping. But same
100%.
thing with soccer. You can't pass the ball to their left to their off foot, to their
Yeah.
weak foot and
Yep.
expect them to be able to shoot it without touching it to their other or pushing it to the other side of their foot, which
Yep.
you don't have the time to do in the Premier League when everything is so
Nah.
fast.
One touch
So,
shot or shot before you
yeah.
take the touch. Your first touch gotta be a shot. Yeah. You just
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
You gotta be on it, man. Or you
Mhm.
gonna just you'll just lose the opportunity. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So, a couple minutes later, Reinders he gets a good strike, but the keeper makes a great save. Um, O'Reilly makes a great cross to him, but keeper just made a play there. Reinders he almost scored it, and he's kind of looked better lately, but he's still kind of you can tell that he's not used to the Premier League. The speed of the game is too much for him right now, but he's getting all the playing time in the world. Obviously, Pep likes what he's seeing in in training, so he's going to get a lot of minutes and he's going to get better. He's just not there yet. So by the end of the half, we got 70% possession, so we're completely dominating the game. There is and in the second half, Vardio he kind of messes up. And remember I mentioned the other game where the two players went up for a header, right? And
Hmm.
the ball ended up hitting him. So the similar thing happens, except Vardio doesn't have the excuse of my teammate was there. Vardio just jumps in the air and then just heads the ball, but it goes completely to a place he didn't want it to go. And I can't remember, is it Tiago? I think Tiago gets it. And Donnarumma is just lucky enough to come up, and he
Hmm.
comes up and kind of does a save. He does a great save by closing the distance, or we would have gave up a second. We would have gave up the tying goal. So Donnarumma kind of saved us on the game. It's why I'm gonna make him the man of the match because he saved us 3 points, or at
Okay,
least two
cool.
point, 2 or 3 points.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He saved us in this game because Vardio. I don't know what Vardio was doing, but the header was way off. I don't think. I think he meant to head it back to a teammate or something. I don't know what he was doing, but he almost gave the game up.
Are
Um,
you nervous about your attack at all? Like, because I mean, I didn't watch the game, but I see the score is only 1-0, so I'm like, okay,
Uh
what happened
no, no,
this
just
game?
Rodri. Like
Just
once
Rodri.
Rodri, if the team falls apart when we don't have Rodri out there, we
Hmm.
don't have the. It's like as a boxer, you need your abdominal, you need your core to be strong.
Hmm.
So you can take punches. If your core is not and you can throw punches. If your
Hmm.
core is not strong, you're gonna be basically
You're gonna
exposed
your
throughout the fight.
weakness is gonna be exposed.
It's
I
gonna
got
get
you.
exposed. You're not gonna be able to. You can't protect your body. It's like the easiest thing to hit when you're in boxing. So
Hmm.
you need to have a strong core. And when our with the middle of our field, when we don't have Rodri out there, it's like there's no structure and there's no adults, in the room. It's just kids just having
There's
fun,
no
and
adults in there. It's
that's
Chuck E.
just
Cheese.
yes, exactly. It's a mess. So
So
there wasn't a
it's
whole
Chuck
lot
E.
of
Cheese out
structure.
here without
Yeah,
Rodri.
there was no structure. Once we lost the adult, it was. I don't know. I don't really know because Rodri's injured now, so I don't know if he's gonna if he's gonna be ready. I know you mentioned that we have a break, so maybe he'll have time
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
back.
I don't know how long he's gonna be out for, but yeah, I don't know how long it is, but I know we got at least one weekend with no games
Yeah.
because of the internationals.
So
Probably
I
just
mean
one weekend.
that's about it for this game. We held on to a point. Uh, And I also don't see another thing is why I'm not worried about our ability to score is Pep does these things like I mentioned at the beginning. It just puts Savino out there and puts Oscar Bauer when Doku's been our best player. Why is
Yeah,
Doku end up coming off the bench? Pep just be trying
I
stuff
was
out. He
gonna
just be
ask, did
trying
he
stuff out.
just
Yeah, Pep.
maybe he's just resting Doku and he thought this was a game he could rest in, which I mean he got away with it. You got a
Yeah, I
one
mean,
zero, but yeah,
yeah,
Doku's been the I mean Holland's got the goals obviously, but I think Doku's
yeah,
been the player of the season for y'all so far.
for
Been
sure.
killing
And he
it.
subbed him in, but it was like mad late. So it's like, all
Yeah.
right, whatever, dude. Like you should have. I don't. And then it's just Pep's lineups just so weird. So you can't get too emotional about
Hmm.
it because when we play a team that Pep respects, he won't play with the lineup. I have to believe he won't. Clearly, we weren't taking Brentford serious. We almost lost 2 points because of it. But
Hmm.
no, it was a and Foden looked good as well. But Foden kind of needs another adult with him, and with Nico and Reinders who just got here. Is this who else is gonna is it, keep them in line and
Calling
keep
players
everything
adults is
structured?
so crazy.
Yeah, I mean when they play, yeah, sometimes
they,
the way these dudes play is like it's like what
they grow up, man. They grow up.
yeah, and they grow up. But we had a lot of changes. I'm gonna be in this kind of mood probably for the whole year because Kevin's gone. So it's gonna take me at least a year to get over KDB,
Yeah,
at least.
yeah.
So
I'm still not over Ozil not being in, not retiring. He's done. I'm still not over that. So I feel you. I feel you. At least KDB's still playing,
yeah, but
but
that hurts me when I see that.
yeah,
It doesn't make me feel any better when I
Ozil
see him
not
cheating
playing
on
is
me with
just
other people.
insane, man. Like he's not even on FIFA again yet, probably because of some political BS. Like at
Yeah,
least
the
put the guy on
politics.
FIFA, bro, so I could just come on, man.
Yeah,
Come on, man. It hurts out here. But
that's all
yeah.
I got. You can move on to your squad. Yeah, I got a lot on this one too. So this was
All
the
right,
game.
cool, man. Cool. We'll have a lot of back and forth on this one then. Cool. So yeah, Chelsea. this week. Um, as y'all know, we've had a red card, and I think I got corrected when I was watching the game, and it was a red card in like three of the last four games. It wasn't three straight games. Um, but still, like we getting red cards like it's I don't know, like it's Christmas, it's crazy. So
Gift cards.
yeah, like they gift cards, like it's
Giving
our
them out.
birthday or something, literally just getting red cards. You get a red card, you get a red card, like it's Oprah. So going into this game against Liverpool, I was like, we talked about it. Liverpool haven't looked dominant, even though they won like their first five games. They haven't looked that great. So I'm like, I like our chances because Enzo knows how to set us up against like the bigger teams. Like I like our chances, but in reality, I was like, I'll be happy with the draw and not getting a red card. Like if that's the end of the game, a draw and no red cards, I'm like, you know what? Maybe we doing all right. Um, so we go into the game. Obviously, the big missing part of the lineup is no Cole Palmer, obviously. So we going into this game without Cole. So to me, it gives me like a little less confidence on our attack, basically, because he's our goal scorer. Like we have a striker, we have a couple strikers that are out injured. Like we got Joao Pedro who's been playing well, but like Cole Palmer's the guy. Everybody knows that Cole Palmer is the guy for Chelsea. So you're obviously like worried about the attack a little bit. Um, but he did something interesting in the lineup, and I think it's just because we got injuries everywhere, so he's got to try a couple different things. Uh, Malo Gusto, who normally plays as a right back, or yeah, he normally plays as a right back, as Reece James is like backup basically. He actually played in midfield this game, pretty much the entire game, and just hounded McAllister and Gravenberch every time they would try to get on the ball. Played an awesome role for us this game and pretty much just shut them down. Wouldn't let them really do anything in midfield because he can just run. He's fast and he could just run the whole game, and that's what he did. So that was the interesting change that we had. Obviously, no Cole Palmer, so we started Garnacho on the left wing. And our two center backs was another interesting story because all our center backs keep getting hurt, unfortunately. So we started Badiashile and Josh Achimpong. Achimpong's really young player. Badiashile has played for us a couple of years, and we got him from French league. I think it was Liège. But yeah, that was the interesting part is that we started those two center backs, and we were going up against who a lot of people will say top five striker, maybe even top three striker in the world in Alexander Isak. So, interesting matchup. So the game starts. I think we start off playing pretty well. And then 12 minutes in, it's so bad like watching the Premier League now because we have VAR and we have like uh offside so often and all these other things. But we start off this game, 12 minutes in, Moises Caicedo gets a pass from I forget who passed the ball back to him, and he just starts dribbling up the pitch, like looking for a pass, looking to find a striker or whatnot. Liverpool never closed this man down. So he just decides, why not? I'm gonna take a shot. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. And he scored shots like this before, so you would think they would close him down. They did not close him down. He just bangs one in, top left corner from outside the box, and obviously I lose it because I'm like, let's go. Like we on, like let's do it. So that's kind of how the first half goes. We got through the first half with no red cards was the most exciting thing. And we also got through the first half beating this Liverpool side, which is impressive for
Before
us
we
because yeah, go ahead.
before we get into the second half, I did have some things on this. So around the 38 or so minute mark,
Uh-huh.
Garnacho makes a run, and then he gets pushed on the ground and falls down. Now my issue is I don't want the touch foul penalty in the box. I'm good with the no call. My issue is the commentary. If you the commentary acted like this man flopped on the ground and he should get carded for it. I'm like, did you
Yeah,
not?
they were
You can
upset.
clearly
They were
watch the
upset.
play. He was pushed
Yeah,
on the ground. It's
yeah,
that
yeah,
like cut it out. Like get the
yeah.
Liverpool like get your pom poms out like off like
This is
the
this is when you
the
text me and you're
nonstop.
like they're this is when you text me and like they were biased, right? Yeah,
The
yeah,
commentary this entire game was biased. Like they are clearly Liverpool
yeah.
fans
Haters,
masquerading
man, haters.
as you know whatever they
Haters,
call them.
man,
No, it
haters,
was completely
haters.
nonsense. Um, I will say that it's not about the call like not being called a penalty and all that. It's more about if if you're gonna call it that way, you have to always call it that way. My
Yeah,
problem is that
consistency.
Liverpool will
Yeah,
get that. If that was the other way around,
yeah. If it was
and
Salah, it would be a penalty,
they would
right?
have been a penalty. It would have been a penalty. So
Yeah.
it has pick a the way you're going to call a game. And I think that
Hmm.
was Anthony, wasn't it? The main guy that always like he's in all the games. The referee wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Anthony.
He's in a lot. I
He's like
think so.
yeah. He's like the main. He's like the only guy I know is like that guy, the little bald guy. But
Yep,
he's
yep.
good. But
Yeah.
uh, it just the consistency and what we're calling a penalty is just it's just not so. Pedro whatever gave the ball away on a bad
Hmm.
pass back to him. But I think it's an Isak. He gets a header, but it's like off target. So at the
Hmm.
right is like right before the half. So there was like a
They were
scare there at the
threatening.
end.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
threatening.
but it wasn't too much. Chelsea completely dominated them the whole first half of the
Yeah.
game. The last thing I'll say before the end, we go to the second half is Salah looked washed and old. He looks old and washed. Um, I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on with him, if it's an injury or something, but he looked washed.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's not having a great season. Like he scored a couple goals, like he's got some penalties, but he's not having a great season. And Kukure every once in a while has a bad game, but there's some games where he looks like the best left back in the world. Like so, like you have to start respecting him as such because a year or so ago everyone was saying what were Chelsea doing signing this man? They were also doing the same thing with Caicedo. What were Chelsea doing signing him? Why did they spend so much money? And I think both of those players are really starting to show their value in the team. Like, of course, you could say Salah's having a bad game, but also just look at the person who's defending him. And
Oh,
also, I gotta
yeah,
I gotta give
but
respect to Badiashile as well because a lot of times Cucurella was in the midfield, like I was explaining to you before, like to give our winger space, like our left back and right back. Well, sometimes you'll find them in the midfield to give the winger space to go like 1-on-1. And so a lot of times during this game, Salah was actually going against Badiashile, who's our left
mhm.
center back. And he was doing a great job against him too. So yeah, Salah wouldn't get no change out of anybody. Like
Yeah, so,
it just
he
wasn't
was
it
hitting the
wasn't working
ball.
for him.
His passes were way off.
Yep.
Like everything was off. It wasn't just
Yeah.
like he looked
The
washed. He looked like he couldn't
yeah,
pass or shoot, and he looked slow. And then on top of that,
yeah.
we'll get into it in the second half. He refuses to play defense, and now and so it's like you're just living. He's just living off the reputation of him being an elite player. Like
Yep.
he's not that player anymore, which is great news for me because this is like kind of the first time I've like watched him seriously. If you're like, so this is good news for me.
Yep. So okay, so going into the second half, a very early sub for Liverpool. I don't remember if it was at the end of the first half or beginning of the second half, but they subbed in Verts, who's like their record signing, um, who I don't know, he's been getting a lot of slack because he signed for so much and he hasn't really done anything, you know. They love to throw the 007 um shout out there when players go 7 games and they got 0 assists and 0 goals. So you know they like to throw that out there. I don't know if he actually
I
made
ain't
it to
never
the
heard
double oh
that. That's a
007.
good.
You
That's
never
good.
nah
I never heard
they
that. I ain't never heard that. That's funny.
football Twitter is crazy, Drew. You got to follow
Man,
some more people on football Twitter because
well,
yeah,
I think I followed those same
I don't know if he
things.
actually made it to the 007, but if he did, there will be a picture posted of him in a
That's
James
like
Bond suit with 007.
that is like
They don't
who
play,
was that
bro. They don't
player
play.
that player that we used to talk about? He just out here doing cardio. We mentioned him a couple weeks ago. Like we used to
Not
play
it
for. I
wasn't
think.
It
Is
wasn't
it average?
Rondon, was it?
Rondon, yes.
It was
Rondon should be
Rondon.
out there doing cardio, dude. Should be getting out there, not doing anything, just out there running.
Yeah, so but it's so funny and they don't the media doesn't help him at all because like or I don't even know if it's the media, but it's like just they don't help him at all because they'll be like, "Oh, the most runs into the box." Like he has them. So so they'll put stats up like that and I'm like, "Man, y'all not helping his case at all, man." So he literally just out there running, bro, cuz I can have the most runs into the box and I don't even play. Like I can just run. Like, come on, man.
So that doesn't mean it's a
So
good run. It could be you could have been offsides. It could
exactly.
have been it could have been poorly timed. It just
Those are the
it's
kind
kind
of
of
stats that
sad.
they those are the kind of stats that they'll put up for him, man. I'm like, come on, bro, you got to do better. But I will say, immediately when he came on, he actually made this like backheel pass to Salah, and
Oh
Salah
yeah.
probably should have scored. And this was immediately after he came on. I was like, oh God, like he actually came on and did something. But then for the rest of the game, you didn't see him. Another person you didn't see until he actually got the assist. So I'm already jumping up to Liverpool's goal. I think a
Hmm.
cross came in, and Isak
Hmm.
kind of like just tried to. He he didn't try to make this pass. Like obviously,
No,
like
he was just trying to yeah trying to
he was trying
touch
to
it.
control the ball, and
Yeah,
it just
control the ball.
happened to
Yeah,
fall in the
yeah,
Gakpo's path, and Gakpo took advantage
yeah,
of it. So
yeah. It's
props
just
to
so lucky.
Gakpo being in a good position, but I have to
Yeah,
say, like throughout the game, like obviously like from what we've seen from Isak the last couple of years, I still think he's one of the best strikers in the world, like top top five, I would say. Because there's obviously Holland I would put over him in Lewandowski and Kane probably.
hmm.
But I think he's top five. I think he's that fourth or fifth without like going too deep into it. But
I'd have to really
Chelsea,
think about that. I don't
yeah,
know.
and these are like Chelsea's like I guess almost second or third option center backs, and he didn't get anything done today. Like didn't get a lot of shots. Like wasn't that threatening. Like
Yeah.
shut this man down. Like we basically took him out of the game, took Salah out of the game. Like
Hmm.
no change. So then we start getting subs. We actually got a sub before um that Gakpo goal that I had to speak about. We subbed in Lavia for Chile, and that was due to an injury, not because of how he was playing, because he was playing out of his mind. So this, if you know the player's profiles, Lavia is more of like a defensive midfielder. So subbing him in for a center back, obviously, like there's going to be a little bit of a change. I think this was the moment that Reece James dropped into center back. Um, and Gusto, I believe, would have dropped into right back, and that would have got us back into the right setup, and Lavia would have just rolled into midfield. I think that's how we set up when that change happened. Um, so Lavia is an amazing player as well. Like he just can't stay healthy. That's his biggest thing. Like if he could just stay out there on the pitch, like he would have an extraordinary season for us. But that injury bug just kicks his butt. But yeah, that was just me explaining the sub before the goal. So and then
I
after the
got something
goal,
for you.
oh yeah, go
Hmm.
ahead.
So, what did you? I made a note of this, so this is something
Nah, you're fine.
I need your comment on. So,
Mm,
yeah. So this is actually I made this note before the goal.
okay.
So, this is I could just read the note. Pedro Neto's decision making is slow and incorrect often. I don't know how long he's been there, Pedro
he's
Neto,
I
or
think
how long he's
it's
been.
I think it's over a year now, so he's had time to figure it out. Yeah, he gets a lot of slack and he kind of goes hot and cold with the team. But I think his biggest problem is he's our most versatile player. So I think for him, he struggles because he always gets switched. Like he always gets switched from the left to the right side. And I think if he played on one side consistently, he would learn the
Okay,
patterns of the team and how they play, and be a little more consistent as a player. So, like for the Club World Cup, he absolutely killed it. Dude exploded and scored in like the first couple games. And there's been games where he's played well for us, But I think because of his versatility, he's going to struggle because he can't get consistent playing time anywhere. Like if someone's
Okay.
injured on the left wing, they'll throw him on the left wing. Someone's injured on the right wing, he'll play on the right wing. We got
Okay.
Esteval and Cole Palmer, who are either the cam and the right wing spots. So now he has to play on the left wing, which isn't his preferred position. So I think this game he actually played in his what I think would be his preferred position, but I think just
Mhm.
consistency, like for wingers, right? A lot of times they play with like an overlapping right back.
Right.
So you
Yeah.
build that
Yeah.
like relationship with that right back over time and y'all just kind of know where each other are like without
Exactly.
even thinking about
Which
it.
is needed, especially when you
Exactly. No,
do back passes.
it's very good
Hmm.
when you're going against tough defenses, right? So
Hmm.
for him, because he never has a consistent position, he fails to like build those relationship with his right back and left back, and I think that hurts his decision making. I think if he was the locked in right winger for Chelsea, I think he would play a lot more consistently.
Okay.
But I think, but I do think Esteval, who we'll obviously talk about a little later,
Hmm.
Esteval's a player I think that you can plug in anywhere and he can be effective because he's got that much talent. I think he's way more talented than Pedro Neto, but Pedro Neto's a very talented player, but I think he needs consistency in order to be a little better. Esteval, literally put him on the pitch, bro, and say go to work and he'll go to work. Just like Cole Palmer. Like if you play this
Right.
man at left wing, he gonna make something happen, you know? Like Pedro Neto, I think needs to be I don't know. He's just got to be in a position more consistently, unfortunately, like for him, because
Okay.
he doesn't, because his talent isn't quite where Cole Palmer and Estevez is. So he's got pace, he's quick, he can dribble a little bit, but he needs some consistency in order to be the best player he can be. Because at Wolves, he was a monster because it's like you're playing right winger, you're our guy. So you're
Right.
gonna figure out how things go. But at Chelsea, team sheet comes out, could be left winger, could be right winger. Last year he played striker. So yeah, I think that's what he
He was
struggles with.
upsetting to watch. So I just had to
Nah, I
ask.
feel it. I feel it. I feel
It
it.
stuck out like a sore thumb. It was frustrating.
I feel it,
As
man. I feel
Chelsea
it.
fan, I was like,
Like,
"What is going on? What? Why?"
yeah,
Um,
yeah, he's gonna struggle. Um but yeah, so our next sub was Joel Hatto for Achimbang, which another injury. So at this point, Chelsea actually has no natural center backs on the pitch because Hatto's a left back, Reece James is a right back. We both know that. There are two players playing center back. This is like at the 68th minute. Um, and obviously we have Cucurella and Gusto. But because our injury issues, like we literally don't have a center back on the pitch, and we still got 20 minutes to play against the champions. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a tough game. So we're kind of just trying to see it out at this point. Um,
keep a point
but
or two.
huh?
Yeah, a point. Keep a
Yeah,
point.
we're kind of just trying to see it out at this point. Isak at the 74th minute gets subbed off, which to me is just saying, hey man, you had your time. We gave you almost the whole game. You couldn't get anything done. We're gonna sub in Ekatike, who's actually been really good this season. So to me, I'm like, job done. Like we got Isak out of the game, 74 minutes, doing great. So then we have our next round of subs at like the 75th minute. And even if we were to lose this game, I'm like, Enzo has finally figured it out. He subbed in attacking players instead of subbing in defensive players. And I'm like, he has
Oh,
finally
hold
figured
on
it
now.
out.
Hold on. No, I don't know if we can say that because his subbing based on the past was based off of red cards. Until you get another red card, you're not
Correct.
going to know how he's
That's
gonna react.
that's true. That's true. That's true.
Regular
That's
game,
true.
so that's game's tied. You can sub however you feel like it. You know.
Fair enough. All right. All right. So the reason I guess the reason I say this is because he he subbed. Yeah, the reason I would say this is because of the counter to his substitutions by Arnie Slot. So like he subbed in Garnacho, Joao Pedro, and Pedro Neto. Was basically like, all right, I need Sorry, he subbed in. I said that backwards. Those he subbed in Gittins, Mark Gui,
Games,
and
right.
Esteval. Yeah, so that's who he subbed in. And then to counteract that, towards the end of the game, uh, Arnie Slot actually subs in Esteval to finish off the game, and it ends up being like 9 minutes or so towards the end. So we subbed in
Right.
attacking players. Gittins going down the wing was doing well. Um, Esteval was doing the same thing. Like there was one possession where Gittins like kind of dribbled at his man, cut in on the right, took a shot,
Yeah.
and then the ball came out to Esteval, and he literally did the exact same thing, dribbled past his man, got to his left foot, took a shot, and I'm like, this is what we want to see. Like, this is what we paid for. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we want
Right.
to see out of our wingers. It's looking lovely. So that goes down. Like, I still think we got a chance to win this game. So the attacking subs seems like they worked. And at the 87th minute, um, McAllister comes off for Indo. And this is what I was saying. Like, I was just happy that my coach, my manager, subbed in attacking players, and Endo is a defensive midfielder. So
Right.
at this point, Arnie Slot was like, "Yeah, dog, like we need to get this point." And it might be
But
being away from home, whatever you think it is. Like at
Chelsea was
that point, it's
dominating
like
this
we need to
game.
get
Let's
this
be
point.
real.
Yeah,
The Chelsea
it's
was
like
dominating this game.
we need to get this
It would
point.
be Liverpool did not deserve a point in this game. They deserve to be
Yeah, they
down in
didn't.
this game. So I
Yeah,
think your
for sure.
manager's just going for the kill. Like we're dominating this game. There's no reason for him to be, you know, defensive
Go into
or
a
to try
shell.
to get
Go
a
into a
yeah
shell.
yeah. Well, like you guys are dominating this game.
Yeah.
So that's going to give you
Yep.
confidence to make attacking substitutions when you feel like "Ah, maybe I can just need to change a couple things here. No, you
I
know what
feel
happens
it. I
next.
feel it.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
we all know what happens next. I actually watched the goal back a couple times. Enzo actually makes the killer pass in this run, and it's a just short, quick pass. Cucurella kind of stays on side, and I waited to celebrate forever
That's
because
my
you know
guy,
how it is. Like VAR,
Cucurella.
offside calls happen all the time. So
Mhm.
Enzo plays the ball into Cucurella, who just makes a great run. He makes a great run in behind, crosses the ball across the box, and who else but the, I think, 18-year-old, just slides in with his weak foot and just taps it into an open net. And the crowd goes crazy.
It
More,
was better than
more
a tap,
importantly
but
than any, more, yeah,
it wasn't
more important. It was,
necessarily a
you
tap. It
call
was
it
a
a
great
tap in. It
strike.
was, it was a
Uh,
nice finish because it
yeah,
was his weak foot as well.
you got
It
a
was
lot
his
of
weak
work
foot
to
as
do.
well.
Yeah.
So it was a good finish. But I think the best part of all of this is that we are now at 4 out of 5. Obviously, like he shot this goal. That was pretty much the game. Like Liverpool didn't have time to go back and score again. You could see Gravenberch was very disappointed in the loss. Chelsea was ecstatic with the win, and you can just see Enzo. I'm sure you've seen a clip of it, just running down the sideline to celebrate with the players, which is just lovely. You love to see it. But obviously, he got a red card. So that is 4 out of 5 games now that Chelsea have received a red card. And I will be counting that. So hopefully, the next game after the international break, Chelsea can get through a game without getting a red card because it's getting ridiculous.
I
It's getting
gotta
ridiculous out here.
give props to Cucurella. Uh, not giving the goalie his eyes, making the perfect time and run. I don't think he even did a touch. It was a great cross. I think
The
that was
pass, yeah, the pass to him was
the pass
perfect.
was amazing.
Yep,
Yeah, pass to him was great. Great
yep.
run, not giving him eyes, just beautiful. Just like it basically froze the goalie and the two the defenders because they just did. You don't know
Hmm.
what he's gonna do there because he's not giving
Hmm.
you nothing. He knows where his guys are at. You can tell that he clearly looked. I didn't see the angle before he made the run, but he clearly knew where his guys were at before he made that run.
Yep. And then a lot of people were giving Mark Gui credit for his movement as well because Van Dijk was marking him pretty closely.
Okay.
So he does the whole like false nine kind of thing and kind of
Right.
goes towards the ball, which brings Van Dijk out of position. Kukurea makes the run in, and then there's like no Van Dijk. Like, let me just cross it. all
Hmm.
kinds of space. And I think another big thing was earlier on in this game, and this was very strange to me, but I guess it's a I guess they're happy because Robertson, I guess, has lost a step. They kind of are happy playing Robertson kind of as a center back because they subbed off Konate in this game for um for a midfielder for Curtis Jones. So when they made that sub, I was kind of lost because I'm like, okay, we subbed off center backs out of necessity because they were hurt. They subbed off a center back, and I'm like, they must just be playing Robertson there. I don't know what's going on, but they also subbed Kirkez off, who's their left back. So I'm like, I have no idea what Slot's doing right now. Like he's lost it, and in a spot where they needed a center back, they had subbed him off. So to me, I think it was a coaching disaster class from him. I'm not gonna lie, like I don't know what he was doing coaching this game, but also his players did not help him out because Isak was nowhere to be found. Salah actually had opportunities and just was blowing them. So yeah, I think his players let him
That team
down,
was
but he didn't help
overperformed
himself out with the
this year.
coaching. Yeah,
They were due.
they
They were due.
they were definitely due for a couple losses, and they lost obviously to Crystal Palace, and then they lost to us, and
Hmm.
now at this very moment, like I hate to say it, but Arsenal are looking like the front runners. Like
Hmm.
their defense is strong and they're figuring out ways to score goals. So it's like somebody got to knock them off the top now.
No, they're gettable, very gettable. Don't fear
They
us.
are, but
Now, if they
they're
figure it out
tough.
with
They're tough
the
defending
new
though. They're
signings, then
tough defensively.
they're gonna be an issue. If they figure out their
Yeah,
new
I
signings,
t
that's gonna be an issue.
to me it's just scoring goals against them, bro. Like
Yeah,
they're tough. They're tough to score against. So if they can keep that record where they can continue to be tough to score, then as long as they don't do like they did a couple seasons ago and literally settle for draws, like they're going to be up there. So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. Very close though. Very close Premier League table right now. Like nobody's out of it. You know, like we're 5 points behind Arsenal, but we don't feel out of it. I don't think anyone feels out of it like
right.
right now. Like so so yeah, I'm hype. I'm hype. Finally got a win, but can we just please not get a red card next game, man? And I'll be happy.
Yep. Play continues.
Hmm.
A win is a win now. You guys, gotta just
Oh
take
yeah,
that with,
we hype,
especially
bro.
a win like that.
Did I wait to make sure it was confirmed, not offside? I was like, Kukurea looked offside right there at first glance. Like, I will be waiting. I will be holding on to this celebration. But yeah, after that, we were running around the house, waking the baby up. It's all good. Like, we good.
It does mess up, you know, the kind of the natural reaction that you're supposed to have.
It
That
does,
part
bro.
of
It
the
does. It does. Like,
you always.
we would get a lot of stuff wrong if we didn't have VAR, but we would bring so much emotion back to this game. Like, but because for me, it's like, bro, I wanted to celebrate that goal so bad, but I'm like, what if this gets chopped off? Like, and the way they ran down the sideline, I'm like, what if they call this goal back, bro? Like, they gonna be looking like idiots, you know?
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
want to be able to do that without like VAR intervening, but it's like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know.
I
And
just go with it. I just go with it, dude. I'm like, it's a goal until I'm told it's
yeah,
not a goal. I lose
yeah.
my mind. I just go
I
crazy.
just be I
I
would just be
can't,
too pained, bro. I
I
would just be
can't
too pained.
control my emotions to not celebrate.
Yeah. It's
Like
hard,
how they
man.
scored, I
It's
was like,
hard.
that's my like,
It's
whatever.
hard.
Like, that's my guy. Like,
Actually, I texted my brother after I saw that goal, and I was like, "Well, what is the center back supposed to do, bro? He's an absolute monster. Like, he
it's
didn't
just,
stand a chance. He literally didn't
yeah,
have a chance,
it's
man.
just too
He
big.
didn't have a chance."
His size, man. His size makes up for any lack of skill that he has dribbling and
Yeah,
keeping and touching the ball. He can just
yeah.
hold people off and let the ball
And his
bounce,
best
hold the ball. It's
and
like
his best trait and why he would score goals at literally any team, because this is why he scored goals at Dortmund all the time. His best trait to me is just his positioning, bro. He's never offside, and he's always just ready to score a goal. Like it's so crazy. Like his positioning is just so perfect, man. It's dumb. It just always makes the right runs. Like
Kind of like
it's
the
insane.
Tasmanian Devil. Is that where the guy who can just speed up like and but be stationary like and then the minute he
Maybe
finds it, I think it's Tasmanian Devil. I can't
it's
remember if it's, or is it a bunny or
he
can't remember what
spins
it
in a
is. But it's like
circle.
it's
Yeah, he
yeah,
spins
you know
like
what I'm
in a
saying like
circle.
where it's like he kind of just
It's
charging up his speed and then
stupid,
it's like oh
bro.
it's like but he can just stay behind guys or he can run across people's faces. I love it when he does that when he runs
Yeah.
across people's faces and then like that's when you know
It's
you're not
just
offside. You just run across their face. Well,
yeah.
yeah. So.
I don't know. It's just it's so funny because he makes it look so easy, and then you see other strikers that hate to say it because I like Ollie Watkins, but Ollie Watkins will be just offside. You know what I mean? Like just randomly offside, or other strikers just be randomly offside. But Holland
Mhm.
is just on. Like can actually
Yep.
celebrate his goals because you know he's not offside. He's just onside.
Yep.
Like he found his defender and was like, I need to stay behind this guy, and I'm good.
He also has no responsibility on the build-up, like
Yeah,
zero, because we don't
yeah,
use him at all. We basically
yeah.
gave that up. That whole
Is
Pep wanting to be a kind of do both a little bit. That is, he has not tried
nah,
any of that. He has not. He has,
nah,
unless he's getting back on defense, he is not trying to help with the build-up at all, which I'm
nah.
perfectly fine with.
He's literally like, I don't know. He's the weirdest like person to like analyze because it's like he'll have 4 touches in the first half. One of those touches will be a goal, you know.
Yeah,
So it's
4 touches and
well,
three goals.
we were like we slowed him down, man. We tried. We did everything we could. It was like 4 touches and 1 goal. Like what? Like didn't even
It's
have a
like
touch, man.
Thanos. It's like he's inevitable.
Yeah,
He's inevitable. Like no matter
that's
like you can
exact.
hold him off forever, but
Yeah,
he's in eventually
yeah.
he's gonna get you or he's gonna set somebody
It's
else up
crazy.
because he also he's got a great touch with his left foot
Yeah,
passing wise, but
yeah.
if he as long as he keeps it on the ground. So,
Nah,
but
he's
anyway,
yeah,
anyway, this we're both our teams are in good shape right now. So. Uh, I would say
yeah.
we both should feel confident about where we're gonna go. I'm not sure about Champions League because of our draw. I think did we draw in our last game? I think we drew.
We
So
lost. It was to
you guys
Bayern though,
lost.
so yeah, we lost,
Okay.
but it was to Bayern, so it's like we just got to beat the other teams hopefully, and we'll be good
Yeah.
to get to the next round.
I'm not overly optimistic about Champions League. Um, because we've never been for whatever reason we don't we don't do all that well against teams we don't see ever. So no. And I
Yeah,
don't know these other clubs, so it's like that's it. So it's like I don't really know. Is it good to be in a tight game with them, or are they not any good? I don't know. Like I have no
do you
idea.
remember who you
So
played?
looks like Monaco. Who's that?
Oh, Monaco. Yeah,
Monaco.
I mean, League Un, which is the French league. I always call it like League One because it's only really one team that's good, PSG. So the other teams are not that great, but
So then
just
okay.
like but it's one of those things where it's just like they probably got like I'm sure Man City watches film, but it's like they they would know how y'all play better than you probably know how they play, you know?
Yeah.
So they can go into that game and be like, all right, we need to do this on defense and this is how we're going to try to score. So
So next game is
when teams set up like that, it's always hard because y'all lost y'all best creator in Kevin De Bruyne. So
what is Via
it's going to be a
Real?
struggle.
What is that? Is that Via? How you pronounce that? Real? Villa? Is that Villa Real? Villa Real? I don't know. That's the next
Oh
game.
yeah, that's it. Villarreal. Yeah,
I
they're
don't.
solid too. They're solid too. They set up
Yeah, so
pretty
that's the
nice.
next game. So I don't know. I never know how to feel because I don't watch these. I don't watch anything but the Premier
You don't
League. So I
watch
just
other
know.
leagues, yeah.
I don't watch. I don't know what to feel
Yeah.
about that.
You're just like
I
they're
know Real
beatable. They're
Madrid. I know
beatable.
them. Very
Exactly.
familiar with them. That's
In
uh,
Barcelona and all those teams,
oh,
yeah.
we played Dortmund too after that. So okay, I
Okay.
know them. Okay, yeah. So any final thoughts on this past week going
Um,
forward?
not a whole lot. Crystal Palace took a L to Everton, um, which was I'm not gonna say it was shocking. Like Crystal Palace has been really good. I didn't call that they were gonna beat Liverpool, but I let you know like that's not gonna be an easy game for Liverpool. Like that's not automatically 3 points because, but it's mainly just because they're set up so well defensively. Like they're just tough to break down. Um, but Everton was able to get, I forgot what their first goal looked like, but their second goal was literally just a lucky goal where Grealish was in the right place at the right time. Um,
Okay.
yeah, it literally like deflected off Grealish. Right? He stuck his leg off and it just like went into the goal. But he celebrated it like he scored from like 40 yards. I'm not gonna lie. so,
Hey, you got to.
so
Goals are so hard. They're
yeah,
so
man.
hard to
Hey,
get. I
a
mean,
goal's a goal,
man,
bro. A goal's a
yeah,
goal.
yeah.
Um,
I
so
wanted
yeah,
to
so
watch
that was interesting,
Sunderland, but
but yeah, Everton and Palace are like right up there with the big teams, and for Crystal Palace, I think they got their formulas straight. I think they just missed a couple chances that game that they wish they had back. I think they actually played better than Everton, but didn't finish their chances. But if Everton mess around in January and actually sign a good striker, I would watch out for them. I would watch out for them even like sneaking into like the top four because their team looks really, really good, but their strikers are not great. They're just not. They're just not it, bro. Like they got Grealish and Njai and Dewsbury Hall, and all of those players could really like create for a striker, but their strikers are just wasteful, bro, and it's hard to watch. I'm like, God, you gotta be kidding me, man. You got all these players like that could just feed you, bro, but you're
right.
not trying to eat at all. Like you just
Yeah.
wasting the food, man. Wasting the food.
I
But
did
yeah,
say that I was gonna watch Sunderland,
mhm.
United. By the before I had a chance to watch the game, they were already down a goal.
Oh yeah,
And that game was over before halftime. So
tough.
I don't have much to say about that. It's disappointing performance by Sunderland, losing to United.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. Um,
They're still
but
overperforming though, so props
yeah,
to them.
yep, yep, yep. I guess it was Mason Mount show.
Ain't
All
been the
right, my
Mason Mount
dude.
show in a minute.
Yeah, man. That was your guy. All right. So
hmm
yeah, I forgot that he was even, thought he retired.
Yeah, he's another one that just unfortunately just keep getting hit with the injury bug, man. Sucks, man. It sucks. Injuries are hard to deal with. Like we got Cole Palmer injured right now. Like it's pain, man. It's pain. But gotta work your way through it, man. This is why you have a big squad. Gotta try to fill the void
Yeah.
while they're out. Um, but yeah, I don't have much else to talk about the Premier League, man. I think it's real competitive, which is nice. I think this is probably the first year in a while that there's just not two teams that are just fighting each other for it. Like a couple bad weeks and anyone can be like back in the race. You know what I mean? Like a couple bad
Yeah.
weeks for Arsenal, Crystal Palace could move up and try to take their spot. Like Liverpool just lost 2 games in a row, so now everyone else around them is like, all right, well, like what's up? Why not us? You
It
know?
can be had, right? Exactly.
So
Yep.
so yeah, this is one of those. This is one of those leagues that anyone could win. I'm assuming that the year that Leicester won, it was something like this, to where teams just were not flying out of the gates and everybody kind of looked beatable,
It's the only explanation. So,
right?
yeah. All right. Well, my final thoughts. Uh, we're in great shape, Premier League wise. I will speak briefly on my birds, since people want to know how I'm feeling about the game. Um,
Broncos.
I will say that the first part of the game went kind of how I thought it would go for the most part. Thought we'd be better uh, offensively, but we threw the ball well. So I'm glad all the people that love stats, we got the stats for you. But we lost the game because we basically couldn't run the ball and keep possession of the ball. So I'm glad certain people got happy, or they got what they needed. But I don't
What are
care for
your
stats.
who
All I
are
want
those
is
certain people?
they're just there are a lot of people, a lot of Eagles fans, like
Fans?
myself. I'll just call them fans. That are very they're very. I fight with them on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call
Hmm.
it. I fight with them via text message at times. They're just not big fans of Jalen Hurts, and I will defend Jalen Hurts to the end. Um, you know I love mobile quarterbacks. That's the reason why I'm an Eagles fan is because McNabb, and that's starting from college. But I love mobile quarterbacks. I want dual threat quarterbacks. I don't want a quarterback that's a statue. And I'm also always going to defend. Well, I guess not always, but for the most part, I'm obviously biased toward black quarterbacks. Again, it's another thing because
Yeah.
of the way people talk about them, and the league has treated
Hmm.
them over many, many years. So I do not care
Hmm.
about numbers. All I care about is winning. Jalen Hurts does what he needs to do to win the games. He's very protective of the football. I appreciate that. I don't want a reckless quarterback. I want somebody to protect the football. I do wish that it looks like he has a lack of focus at times. Like he's just like out of it. But I don't know how you fix that. It's kind of just his demeanor is to be nonchalant and and that's
Laid
kind of helps
back,
him, I
yeah.
guess, against pressure. I guess on pressure situations, he just like, we feel like that also helps you when you're under pressure to be calm and collected. But when you need to be into the game and energized and active, I need you to be energized and active. I don't need you to be missing throws and then nonchalant on the sideline when your receiver's like upset. Like you need to show some emotion that you care about this. But so a lot of
Do
times
you
it feels like he doesn't care.
yeah, do you think like because most times like quarterbacks are like looked at as leaders, you know what I mean? And
Hmm.
leading
Yeah,
by
it's leaders.
speaking and whatnot. Like he doesn't do a whole lot of speaking, right? Like he's kind of like to himself for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. That's it. He's more of a laid
You
back
think
approach.
that
He's not much of a.
you think that's
Mhm.
like okay, you think that impacts like team chemistry? Like because like obviously I think
Absolutely.
AJ
Let me.
Brown
I'll give you an
AJ Brown
example.
tweeted something, Devonta Smith obviously said something in an interview. Like, do you think that stuff would have been like a lot less out there if Jalen Hurts was the type of QB that was like, dude, like we gonna handle this in house kind of thing?
I put it to you like this.
I'm not gonna
You
blame
remember
him,
how? You
but
remember how? No, I'm gonna tell you something. You remember how Brady used to yell and scream at his teammates on the sideline? Do you think
yeah,
any of that crap would have ever happened under a Brady's watch? No, like there are
no,
certain people that are like no
no.
nonsense leaders.
Well, that's
Like
what I'm
no,
talking
like
about.
cut
Yeah,
the crap out. Like because of
yeah.
his laid back approach, it
It
enables people.
allows, yeah, it
Yeah,
allows
it
people to do stuff like
encourages
this.
to
Yeah,
to talk and because this
yeah,
is a normal calm environment. This is not a no nonsense environment,
yeah,
and Jalen Hurts allows that. Now
yeah.
that's helpful because it allows people to be all
Be
these different
themselves,
captains and
kind of thing.
express themselves and all that stuff. All that is great
Yeah,
when you're winning and all that, and when things are going good. But when things go bad,
yeah,
as you can see, or things are not
yeah,
happening, people are going to be talking out of line when things that should
yeah,
be kept in house or not kept in house. Uh, his
yeah.
leadership style, it's his gift and his curse. His calm demeanor and nonchalant attitude towards basically everything is why he can be so calm and collected under pressure in the biggest moments. It's a gift and a curse. It's why he can be that way. But it also hurts the team because
Pun
sometimes you don't
intended.
know who's in charge. And our head, when our head coach, it's also when our head coach is a hothead, the way our head coach is a hothead, it does kind of help to have a quarterback that is the
Not a
opposite,
hothead.
that yin and yang. It's
So
like
it's
it's kind
not,
of
yeah.
helpful that you don't have two hotheads leading your group, but you want if
Hmm.
Nick, obviously Nick doesn't have control over these players and what they do off the field or yeah off the field
Hmm.
and what they say. Clearly doesn't have control. And now that we've won, everybody's now been emboldened. That was the word I was looking for. Emboldened. Like everybody's now emboldened to talk and say and do whatever they feel.
Yeah.
And so I'll take it, but I'd rather have No, I honestly I'd rather have the quarterback that is calm and collected because I don't know if you can perform if you're overly emotional all the time. You know what I'm saying? If you're overly emotional all the time, I don't know if you can just shake off an interception. If you can shake off a
Yeah, but
sack, it's a missed
you
block.
just
So
you just spoke about Tom Brady though, right?
yeah, but there's only one Brady. You know what I'm saying? There's only one Brady. I don't know that there's a whole lot of there's only one Brady. He's the
Yeah, I
GOAT.
got you.
Like,
I
I don't,
got
you know
you.
what I'm saying? I don't
I
know.
got you.
It's not like Brady's are falling out of trees. Like there's only one Tom
Yeah.
Brady. You know, that's why he's the greatest ever to do it because he didn't take no, you know what? And on top of
Yeah.
that, he always came through basically in the clutch. So
Yeah.
he didn't allow the pressure to get to him. He didn't let the moments get to him. He would lose his mind on the sideline, but then he'd go there and he'd perform. He wouldn't allow it to
Well, why do you
affect the next play.
well, how do you all right, so I don't want to go too long, but like how does Mahomes lead his team? You know what I mean? Is he somewhere in between those two?
And Mahomes
Because you don't hear
is
people you don't hear he's somewhere in between, right? Like he's at
no,
least a
he's more
higher
like
level
no,
than
no, he's
Jalen
like Brady. No, he's
because
like Brady. He's like
yeah,
Brady.
yeah,
He's a
because
high.
like he
He's
don't
yelling at people. He's
okay.
yelling at people. Yeah,
That's okay. Okay,
he's yelling at his
that's what I
teammates.
thought.
Yeah,
Because I'm
no,
like,
no. Yeah.
because
Pat is
you don't hear Chiefs players, you don't hear Chief players
you
coming
don't.
out and saying, "Hey, I ain't
You don't no you don't you don't
hey,
you
bro,
matter of fact what they
hey,
do is
I don't like I don't like how the offense is going right now."
what they do is they
Say
come at
that.
they go after the soft spoken coach. They go after Andy like Travis did with Andy. That's what they do because they're
Yeah,
not ain't nobody gonna go over to Patrick and say nothing to him because Patrick will
it's like, bro,
talk
I
back
won't
to
throw
you.
you the
You know?
ball. Okay,
Like
just like
Patty don't play that.
get out
He
of the
don't play
game.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
Okay.
at the same time, look at Patrick in the Super Bowl last year. The minute like things was going bad and it just steamrolled. Like he could completely he was
Hmm.
seeing ghosts out there because it was that emotion got to him. Like all those hits and
Yeah.
all that got to him. So it's a gift and a curse that he wasn't able to keep him stay calm. He completely just
Yeah.
lost it and he was out of that game. Like basically after the first second quarter. So but he's had so much success that it works
Yeah.
for
I'm
him.
like,
But
yeah.
you know,
It's like
what would you
he's
rather
won
have?
it. Like they got to rebuild and stuff. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. All
man.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So kind of is what it is,
get
man.
me
We're Super
talking
Bowl champions, so I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain about Jalen's, the way it's approached. Clearly, the way he does it is the way
leadership
he's supposed to
style.
be
Yeah.
doing it. Because I only got
Yeah.
two. You know what I'm saying? And the other guy that won a chip was kind of like Jalen. He wasn't overly. Nick Foles was more like Carson Wentz was more of a not take ownership of what I ain't gonna get into Carson Wentz. I'll be talking
Still,
for
it's
hours. I'm
still the
not gonna get into Carson
yeah,
Wentz.
still the craziest story that Nick Foles came in and won that. Still the craziest story. Nick
Yep.
Foles came in and got it done.
Yep. But he was a very, soft, kind of soft-spoken, kind of not a overly loud type of guy. He was just like a lead by example type of dude, and he allowed people to
Yeah.
have their personalities. Um,
Yeah,
so
I mean, I'm that type of leader, but I'm not a quarterback for no NFL team, so I don't know if it would have worked for me.
yeah, so you and
So
me are like kind of
yeah,
like the opposite in this area. Like
yeah, I
yeah,
lead by example. I'm not doing no yelling at people or nothing. I don't got the energy for that, bro. And it's like, okay, if you don't step in line, and I'm just gonna tell you something, and that'll be it. Because I remember like somebody was on our intramural basketball team, and they kept bringing the ball over. They kept bringing the ball up and turning it over, and I told them I'm the point guard, and that was the end of it.
yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you say
yeah,
what you gotta say, and then that just be the end of it. Because it's tired of them
yeah.
turning the ball over. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm the point guard. He was like, "Oh, okay, my bad."
Yep,
It's like, yeah,
yep,
stop turning the freaking ball over, man. I'm over this, man. I'm over
yep.
it.
Yeah, at least we got that
So
chip though,
yeah,
man. We got that chip, man. So all right,
yep,
my dude.
yep.
I
All right,
guess we
bro.
will take probably a week off. I don't think we'll record it
Yeah,
until probably 2 weeks from now. Premier League come back because I don't think. I mean, I might do a solo pod talking about the great win that we have tomorrow, but I mean it's the Giants. Ain't really a whole lot to say,
the
so I don't know. I might speak on. I might have a little solo
Giants.
pod talking about the Eagles, but unless something crazy happens, I don't think I'm gonna speak on it. It's self-explanatory. We should blow them out. So
I still got Higgins hanging around on two of my fantasy teams, so let's hope and pray that Joe Flacco can find Higgins um, these next couple of weeks or however long Burrow's out. So yeah, That's all
Oh
I
yeah,
got to
that's
say.
I just forgot about that. I forgot Joe Flacco just got traded to
Crazy, right?
the Browns. Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Looks like
got traded to
Shadur's
the
gonna
other
end up
team
he's gonna
in
get a chance
Ohio.
this year. Shadur's gonna get a shot this year. Cause Dylan ain't
You think
hit.
so? Dylan's in there.
He
Dylan,
ain't.
did he play bad last game?
Nah, he didn't play bad, but he just ain't it. He's just these tiny
Okay.
quarterbacks. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. You better be able to run like
What
Kyler
about
Murray if you're
what
gonna be
about
tiny.
what about Baker though? Is Baker just way bigger than him, or
Baker can run, man. He's an
that's
athlete.
true.
Baker can run, man. Like Baker can run,
Somebody
and he's like
I
just
was
a
seeing
baller.
people saying Baker might be MVP this year, like
He's in the
early season
running.
MVP.
He's in the running.
He's
He's in the
killing
running.
it,
He's
huh?
not my type of quarterback because he's just reckless. So I don't like quarterbacks that are
Yeah,
just like
yeah. He's
F it. I'm fitting it in there, bro.
bro.
Like no, dude, you throw the
Hey,
ball away.
hey, egg, egg,
Like
F it, egg book up there somewhere.
so yeah, like no, I'm not. I do not like the recklessness, but it's very entertaining to
Is
watch.
it
He is much watched TV, much watched TV,
egg buka
must
up
see
there
TV.
somewhere, bro?
Yeah, the dude, the dude is
Egg
yeah,
buka's up there somewhere. Egg buka's been crazy. He's been
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
good, man.
He's a show. My boy Quinion shut him
Been
down though.
outrageous.
So my boy Quinion had him in hell.
Okay.
All right. Anyway.
Had him in a straight jacket. What
Yeah,
they do?
he had him in Quinyanamo Bay. Well, that's what we call it, Quinyanamo Bay. He had him in jail. He had him in prison.
Revis Island. He had him
Yeah,
Quiniano
yeah,
Bay. That's crazy.
he had him shot out. Quinyan's one of the best corners in the league. So we have
Okay.
a very super talented team, man. Super talented team, man. So shout out Cooper DeJean, baller. All
He's
right, my
not a
guy.
corner. I mean, he's not a safety.
He's,
All right,
he's a
bro.
corner, white corner. Yep, probably the best since
Hey,
Jason
I know you
Sehorn.
heard this song. Cooper the Gene is not a safety.
I have not. I
I
gotta
know
look
you
that
heard
up.
that song.
I've not heard
You
that
haven't
song.
heard that? He's
No,
just
I
a
gotta look it up.
corner who plays. Hey, he's just a corner who what shuts down your number one. The Gene is CB1. Yeah, you'll find it.
Yeah,
You'll find
all
it.
right, I gotta look it up. I
It
gotta
goes
look it up.
hard, bro. It goes hard. It's
Okay,
crazy.
I gotta look
It's
that up.
crazy. Yeah, it's from like
Oh,
last year though. It's from last year.
I did forget. I did forget. My favorite artist. My brother told me I didn't know this happened. My boy Bryson Tiller put out an album.
Bryson Tiller.
Yeah,
Okay.
Solace and Devices.
Hmm.
Flames, bro. Straight flames, bro.
Okay.
Um,
We'll see.
yeah. I'm gonna send you screenshots of the songs to listen to because there's a lot. There's a lot of songs. There's two discs. But
Okay.
I'm gonna send you screenshots of this. Although all the songs starred that are the one to was too. But uh, Bryson
All right.
Tiller, great artist, my favorite artist. He did his thing. So I'm hyped for that. That's like all I'm playing now right now. Yeah. So
That first album was stupid. It was like stupid good. So
hmm
if it's anything near to the first album, then yeah, I'll listen to a couple songs. We'll see.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're wrong about the other albums, but it is. Yeah.
I'm
We've talked
right.
about this.
I'm right. They're
We've
just
talked
not as
about
good.
this.
They're just not
No,
as good.
all his albums are fire. He hasn't had a bad album. All right, my guy.
Mm, mm. All right, bro.
All right, dude. All right, bro. Stay
One.
up, bro. All right, one.